My name is Rachel Shitanda. I'm a security analyst, and I've been a very good friend to Kileo for a long time. We have interacted in very many forums in Kenya and other places, and I want to say it has been a pleasure for you to invite me here. So the last time we were talking with Kileo, it was about 5G and how 5G as a technology will bring a very big spectrum of possibility to everyone. And it's quite welcoming that African nations are started implementing and testing out the technology. And I have to say, with technology, the aspect of data and the integrity of system cannot be ignored. And so we are still vulnerable, irrespective of how fast or how slow the technology is. So when I was coming to Kenya, someone asked me who won the election. And it rang, because you know when you're checking out at the border, they ask, what are you coming to do? What do you do? And I was a security analyst. They're like, yeah, we want people like you. So who won the election? So that what I'm trying to pose here for us is systems should be secure for everyone to trust a process, to trust a service, and also to trust the product that is being offered. So with secure system comes integrity, comes trust from the consumers, from the people that are dependent on the solution. So what I want to say is that as stakeholders in technology and telecoms, we're given a task to build systems that are secured, infrastructure that is also secured. This goes to both software and also hardware equipments, because we have a perception of thinking only the internet has vulnerability, but then equipment also have vulnerability. I've just heard the MC saying someone is blocking the internet. So it's maybe from their hardware, I don't know. But so that is something that should be in our minds. What are we doing as a community in building governance policies and infrastructures that are secure? So thank you, Kileo.
Rachel, you have heard Panchal mentioned of awareness. And awareness become one of the key things that they can reduce the rate of cyber crimes in any country if it is done well. And good thing the Director of ICT, Minister of ICT, mentioned clearly that we, in Tanzania, for example, there is a communication, cybersecurity communication strategy. Basically, it's about awareness. So in your view, what do you think the challenge that we have, because we see a lot of initiative when it comes to awareness, but then people, they can't change. So what do you think it's a challenge, and how we can do better in terms of providing better awareness so that we can actually bring that gap closer and be able to protect our critical infrastructure? Rachel.
Okay, thank you so much, Kileo, for the question. First, I would want to reiterate on my two colleagues. One was the first point that actually it's the people that we need to think about when we're thinking about security. Okay, so it comes back to the question of awareness and what are we doing. In Kenya, they already have the Data Protection Act, but I just have to say that I am very sure that if I go and ask my mother, who is a regular user in the internet, who uses mobile banking, who uses the internet to transact her business, she has no idea of the existence of the act or what kind of risks are involved when she's engaging in things. So it all comes to the need of us as a society, and also us as a group of people who have the knowledge and understanding of this kind of risk to educate our people. We can do this by either formulating policies and making it aware, like making the community aware of the kind of risk are involved. I'll say, for instance, you have seen lately there's a lot of risk when it comes to mobile. Mostly even in USSD, there's codes in USSD being sent, links in messaging, and you're told you've done this and this to click this link. And I think this one also comes also with the operators. What are you doing to safeguard information of the people who are generally not aware or ignorant of the fact that this risk exists? How are you doing in educating them about the trends? Because they are evolving every day. Like if you wake up today, whatever you saw in the news today on the risk, on the attacks, they are very different. Each day there's something different that we are facing as a community in tech, and also in specifically in tech security and product security. So there is a need for stakeholders to educate our customers, and also the need for the government also to be involved in creating policies, educating the masses on the risk. Also, I will also reiterate to my colleague on skill sets. There's also a very big gap when it comes to skill set of people who are able to analyze risk, give good mitigation for system, and also for companies to safeguard themselves. And so, as I told you earlier about the cybersecurity program that I'm involved in, that is a paramount function of the group. So it's to bridge technology gaps that are created by lack of cybersecurity trainings, which are very evident when it comes to our trainings. For instance, I know you did computer security and I did computer science, but at no point was cybersecurity a key component of the training courses. So you have a developer that has a system, develop a system that has loopholes that are vulnerable, create vulnerability. You have a network engineer that is very good at network engineering, but then they create loopholes to the system and also to the network because they have no skills when it comes to security. So there is need for all of us as stakeholders to remove the biasness of not wanting to know more about the risks that are around us. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Rachel. I think also I'll add, I think what we do wrong is that we really can't, we deliver awareness without knowing our target audience. Because different people have a way to understand security. So you talk with, for example, kids, you talk with people who cannot understand ICT very well. And unfortunately, the language we use to them is something that they cannot grasp and be able to utilize those knowledge. And in terms of, you spoke about cybersecurity being involved in different courses in universities. I think that's a very good thing, because I spoke the other time with my former college that I did my diploma, and I told them that it's crazy when you see a course, let's say computer science, that people are taught many things, but then you lack security modules in that particular courses. Every IT course, every ICT-related course, I think we need to have these modules embedded. And it was a great panel. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating. And just one last thing I would love to emphasize. We have a lot of challenges. Many people keep saying that we have criminals out there, we have cyber crimes happening here and there, but unfortunately they don't see any action. So I would call upon everyone in this room to understand that no one can act against any cybercrime unless you go and report an incident. So I call upon you guys to keep on reporting incident whenever you face one, so that one can, so that the institution dedicated to fight cybercrime will be able to help you solving your challenge and bring the person behind causing the troubles to book. After saying so, allow me to thank you, everyone. And let me hand over the mic to my brother, Rao. Thank you.
A big round of applause, please, for Yusuph and these outstanding 5 experts. Unfortunately, we're running a bit behind schedule, so there's no time for Q&A, but please do catch Yusuph and his panelists over lunch for more questions and details. We now move on to, please join the audience, and we now move on to the solution showcases. I'm going to invite our speakers from the companies listed over here, Alvin from Intelsat, Link Global, Mobile Technologies, ABS, Infobip, NICTBB, and Thuraya. Can we get the podium up here so they can do their presentations? And let's invite the first one. Alvin, would you like to come up on stage? A big round of applause, please.